And the Protoss player, formerly playing for FX Open, the team now known as fOu, it is...
Seed, fOu.
fOu stands for 4 Hour Utopia, for those of you guys who do not know. Probably never going to refer to it as that, though.
Seed going up against the Zerg player today, starting to the top left of Tristram for Team AZUBU. We have the player...
AZUBU BBoongBoong.
Named himself after farting noises.
Yeah.
And that's no joke.
And it's no joke. This guy is actually famous in early parts of Wings of Liberty when he first got his career on Prime for eating cheeseburgers after winning games, or sometimes bulgogi burgers, oftentimes like I think twice a pizza. He eats all the time.
We talked about the matchup and also the two players already a little bit in the pre-game talk, but for everyone who's currently watching the VOD, just to sum it up once again, if you just look at the statistics for the two players, we have Seed with in total 14 games played and only 6 of those maps he won. That leaves him with a 42% win ratio against his opponent's race against Zerg. But he was just recently able to take down Life. That was only a week ago, and he showed us incredible play back then. Very defensive, very patient, and was waiting for his chance. So a very solid performance, and something that reminded us of the Seed of old. At the same time, BBoongBoong in the matchup a little bit better, left off with his win ratio, 55% with 9 maps played. Both of them with a very similar sample size, not too many games played. And BBoongBoong, very similar to Seed, was able to defeat a very, very strong opponent in this matchup. Just recently, he was able to win against Trap. And that was quite the feat. So right now we have two players who in their recent match were able to show us great Zerg versus Protoss. And let's see who can take it today, who can take the first point here for his team.
Yeah, and that's what makes this match so exciting. Like you said, they both just did a stellar game in this matchup. Now, BBoongBoong knows at this moment that it is going to be, of course, a Nexus first. And a very quick one here, so he knows that he can be careful back at home, but, or rather, he doesn't have to be as careful, and he just wants to continue to scout. He wants to know, are you going for Stargate or Fast Robo? That's the next step.
We have the Forge builder here for Seed, and BBoongBoong already, he didn't really see the Forge because Seed decided to just build the Forge in his own main base, but BBoongBoong with the Overlord now sees the cannons go up. So he knows exactly that he can get his normal base, roughly around the 4-minute mark, around 4:20, that's when you get your third, and that's exactly what we see here from BBoongBoong. If you're up against a gateway opening, you have to change your timings, but in this particular situation, BBoongBoong knows immediately, alright, I can get my normal third base, there's no way for the Protoss player to really put aggression on it. The only chance that he has is maybe to try to cannon me a little bit early on, but he has Overlords in position. He already has a couple of Zerglings on the map chasing the probe, making sure that there is no forward pollen just yet. So really good position for both players, reading the opening of their opponent quite well.
If you look at recent maps made in Korea especially, map makers have been focusing on, it seems like, making the third base for a Protoss player unwallable. As we saw in Belshire Vestige back in the day, you know, it's super easy to wall that, and it's hard for the Zerg to attack. But the newer maps we see, it's very wide open, so on a map that's relatively small like this one, we could see a Hydra push with Roaches, of course, to support if they get... wow, this is interesting.
Yeah, apparently we're going to have some proxy tech from Seed.
Yeah.
It's one of his pilots to the top right, and that is so far away from the Zerg player's base. With the probe still lingering around, there will definitely be some hidden tech.
I think it's going to be DTs, if I had to guess. He could also hide a Stargate or even a Robo, but okay, Stargate.
That's really interesting. I actually completely agree with you. I expected to see DTs here. Stargate is usually something that you quite often see in the main base, and you don't really feel the need to hide it.
Yeah.
So that is going to be a really interesting play that we see coming out of Seed here.
He could even go for like a old school Void Ray timing with hiding it like this. We've seen a lot more Oracle usage in this matchup, but Oracles are so fast. Do you really want to risk hiding a Stargate just to get a quicker Oracle out? Not really going to be able to do a ton of damage necessarily.
The thing is with the placement that we have for the Stargate, on the other hand, the distance between the Stargate and the main base itself is so much shorter, and you can also just forego the scout of your opponent. If you have the Stargate at the bottom right and you have to actually cross map, then the chances of you being scouted is so much higher than what we see right now. An Oracle it is. So with the position of the Stargate, the distance just to the base of the Zerg player is so much shorter, and also he doesn't expect any scout in the between the Stargate and the base. compared to when you have the Stargate at the bottom right.
Yeah, and if this is not scouted, the Oracle can probably kill 4 drones and then get away from the Queen. And then, of course, 4 Spore Cores and repeat the process. 15 drones being made right now by BBoongBBoong. He's actually playing super greedy.
Talking about drones, exactly. He is really droning up hard right now. He still has his links at the front. He has an overloaded position at the natural and trying to make sure that his opponent is not moving out too early. But there's not a whole lot for Seed if you actually look at it. He has only 1 Zealot. He's getting 2 right now. Adds his additional tech. And we have already Spore Crawlers being built for a Zerg player that starts to be in a really good spot.
Yeah, I'm liking BBoongBBoong's position more and more. This is kind of a crazy opening for Seed. He's actually hiding his oracles, and he's getting a Twilight Council at home.
Wow.
And the synergy here is a little bit weird. He could actually just try to go for a timing, I guess, but...
Well, the thing is, we have only 1 Spore Crawler, and in the main base, there's nothing right now. If he moves in with those oracles, he can easily take down the Queen and kill the entire probe line if his opponent doesn't react immediately.
The blink here is so interesting. It's going to line up okay with this. It's going to finish during the attack if he tries to hit the gateway timing.
It's time for the oracles.
Here they come, and actually he should be able to get a ton of damage done here because it's such a shock. There's nothing in the main base here.
And what he really wants to do is just throw BBoongBBoong off completely, and those Spine Crawlers, they might even be cancelled when he sees those oracles coming in. It's going to be so interesting to see how BBoongBBoong reacts to this because the follow-up is going to be brutal as well. Here come the oracles going for the Queen right away, and she is trying to hightail it out there, just running away, but there's no chance. Spore Crawlers going down the main base. So many of the drones already being annihilated here. He's just trying to run as fast as he can. Even the Spore Crawler and Bill has to be cancelled here. Oh my god, Seed off to a good start, but 3 Queens defending the main base.
And don't forget, it was a huge drone by BBoongBBoong, so he still has a decent amount left. He's up to 52 against 45, so it's not like that was a hit that he's not going to be able to recover from. He still has a good economy behind this. It's just not as good as it would have been. And he does not cancel the Spine Crawlers. I think he's got a good idea of what's coming up next.
The Spine Crawlers were not cancelled, and that's the most important part. So the follow-up is going to be not as effective as it could be. BBoongBBoong playing it quite safe in general. You never expect 3 Oracles just to show up in your main base, but he dealt very well with them, even though, of course, he lost a couple of harvests.
And this is not going to be very successful. The Force Field's here decent.
But he scouts. He sees what's coming.
Yeah, he knows exactly what's coming. Drone's pulled away here. The Oracle's actually just flying by. They don't have enough energy, I don't think, but he scares him here, forcing some lost mine time. The Oracles want to meet up with the army, regen their energy, and this is a great spot here for BBoongBBoong. Now he knows exactly what's going on. He had his suspicions. He saw a lot of gateways, but now he knows, okay, 100% this is going to all in coming through here.
And the Hydro Den is completed. He has the first Hydrolist being built right now. He doesn't have the range upgrade, so this is definitely something that he would want to have. Also going into the speed for his roaches, that will help him a lot if he can get it out in time. But here comes the army of Seed. And Seed, with the worker supply that he has here, only 45, is very much all in. He has to do damage with this. And here come those Spine Crawlers. The Hydra's already in position. The range upgrade just now started.
He supply blocked as well. He lost that Overlord, but I like his position a lot. With so many Spines here and all those Hydras, Hydras are exactly what you want against a push like this, especially when he's got the Zerglings to support.
Yeah, and here we go. The Zerglings just trying to dodge a little bit, but we have those Force Fields coming. They're not doing too much, though. Nice pull here by BBoongBBoong, playing this really well, buying his time. He needs some time. He needs those Overlords. He needs the additional units. And Seed knows that he has to go in.
Yeah, and the Oracles are just really not doing a whole lot here. He's actually kept them at the back. And with the Hydralisk there, they're going to fall so quickly if he tries to engage with them.
He has to be really careful how he uses them. At this point, we have Envision being used just to counter Burrow if already researched, which is not the case. Force Fields once again cutting a couple of the Hydralisks off here. 2 of the Spine Crawlers already down, and currently BBoongBBoong just trying to get additional units into the game. 142 supply for the Zerg play against 116. Another round of Warbins for Seed just hit, and Seed has a pretty big army.
Yeah, he's got a really big army here, actually. He hasn't lost a lot of his Stalkers. He's up to 28. Again, the Oracle's using just for detection right now. He wants to save them, it looks like, here. And he's got a good angle here if he actually kills these rocks.
+2 is already completed, Wolf. So in terms of the upgrades, this Protoss player definitely ahead. But now we have speed, not only for the Roaches completed, but also speed started for the Hydralisk. Now that range is done, and that gives BBoongBBoong another edge over his opponent. He just needs to save those 3 bases. He knows fully well that he has the better economy right now, and that given time he will get a huge army out. But look at these Stalkers. There's so many of them already.
There's so many. The thing is, he's running low on sentries. He only has 3 left. He has barely any Force Fields, and that was really what was giving him a pretty big edge. I like he's trying to clear up this creep. He gets a really good arc here. 3 Force Fields go down. Looks like that's all he's going to have. This is a huge Zerg army, but the Blink Micro is good. The Oracle's actually now activated.
And at the same time, those Stalkers are just doing so much damage, and he's blinking them away one by one. Those Hydras doing a lot of damage at the same time on the other hand. 82 army supply against 58 right now. The Queens joining the battle, using their energy for more and more transfuses. And Seed has to retreat for now. He's losing a couple of his units. He's already in cooldown on the blink. More and more units coming into the battle right now. Another row of roaches is immediately being built. We have more and more Hydralisks joining the battle. Another round of Warpins, of course, also in the game for Seed. We even have that one infestation pit, but no infestors, no fungals right now to pin those stalkers down.
Stalker's really far forward here on creep, and that's a very confident move forward here by BBoongBBoong. It looks like he thinks he's got it. The Lings will stream through now. The Hydra's doing too much damage, and I think that's actually going to be about it for game number 1.
Seed is moving back, blinking away once again, but he's down to 24 army supply already against the 75 of his opponent. And now it's time for BBoongBBoong to go for the chase. He's moving out already. He has the speed for those Hydralisks. There are not a lot of sentries right now, so no chance for Seed to actually use force fields against his opponents. Queens are still in the mix here. He can go for those injects. He can go for the transfuses need be, but the Stalkers are once again caught out of position. And BBoongBBoong is in such a great spot right now. 3 base against 2, the bigger army, the better economy, and continuously getting those upgrades out.
Yeah, he doesn't even kill the pylon. He wants the Stalkers to go in. He wants the money to be wasted. GG.
And BBoongBBoong once again successful.